Hey, this is Dario from CLASTIX, the creators of Kamaji, and today I would like to introduce you to our first add-on, the Enterprise add-on that we developed. But just a brief introduction, what is an add-on? So essentially it's a set of additional functions, additional tools that we can enable on upstream Kamaji. So Kamaji is always open source, but the add-on is adding a set of features that are mostly required by enterprise customers. And today I would like to introduce you to the Ingress add-on. So it means that instead of using a load balancer where we need a dedicated IP address that are very expensive, we can use an Ingress controller and take full advantage of the SNI routing of the Ingress controller. And it has some challenges, especially about the Kubernetes default SVC. So with this add-on, essentially you can take full advantage of the Ingress routing. You don't need to perform complex task because that's done by our add-on, so you can give it a try. Keep in mind that the add-on is available behind a Kamaji subscription. You can learn more from our website, so CLASTIX support, and you can get in touch with us about the pricing, all the details of that. And also a brief demo of what you can do. So we have our CLASTIX cloud environment. This is our playground where you can have a tour of our solutions. So I'm going to create a cluster and let's say Ingress add-on, and I'm going to enable all these components because they're required for a fully fledged Kubernetes cluster. Keep in mind that the benefit of this approach with Kamaji is that we already have blazing fast provisioning of control planes because they're running as pods, and with this add-on instead we don't need to wait for the provisioning of a load balancer because we are totally relying on an Ingress controller. So it means that we just need to get everything announced, and in a matter of seconds our cluster is ready, as you can see here. Also keep in mind that we have a set of add-ons, as you can see here. So we have some tools, but the most important thing is that we have the CNI. So it means that once we have our nodes joining the cluster, everything will be installed, so it's going to be production grade. So here, as you can see, we just need to bring our nodes. So keep in mind that the control plane is running on the cloud, and now I'm going to bring a virtual machine, or rather I will say a kind node from my machine directly connected to Kamaji. So I'm going to click on add. We can use Yaki, that is yet another Kubernetes installer, or you can use kubeadm. Keep in mind that Yaki is just a wrapper around kubeadm, but without the hassle of configuration management. So it's a one-liner that you can install. And now I'm going to use kubeadm because I guess that you know already what it is. What I need to do is to run a kind node with the same version, and now I just need to enter into this worker node. I can disable the swap, and we are going to have just an error because we are running in a sort of nested Kubernetes with Docker, with kind. So I'm going to ignore all the errors, and we are just launching this command. And as you can see here, the worker node that is a kind already joined the cluster. And if I update here, you will notice that we have node that is not ready because we are downloading all the CI. But what I can do is to download the kubeconfig, and we can take a look to what's happening. So I can exit here, tmp kubeconfig, and now that we have our context set, we can enter in the watch mode of all the pods. And as you can see here, the CNI is entering the provisioning state, and in a matter of seconds, well, we just need to wait for the image pool. We see here that our control plane and then our cluster is ready because we are starting core DNS, external secrets, the Ingress controller, and so on and so forth. And here we are. So everything is running. What's very interesting is that we don't have endpoints, but we have resolution of the Kubernetes default SVC because we have kubeproxy connectivity, core DNS that is working. Also the CNI is working there. And we can also extract logs of the containers running on my kind instance. So kubectl -n. Let's go for external secrets logs -f, the external secrets thread controller, and here we are. So essentially, thanks to the Ingress controller, thanks to the DNS, we can have a Kubernetes cluster with remote control planes and worker nodes joining from everywhere. Thanks for watching.